Hello, my name is Patricio Masun and I am the creator of Urbaniac add-ons for Blender. In this video, we are going to learn how we can use the new elevated highways to create our urban scenes. For this, we will use Urbaniac City Asset Pack Pro in the 2.45 version or higher. The first step will be to display the right panel on the 3D viewport with the N key. We look for the Urbaniac tab and open it. By default, we find the possibility of selecting the first category. We select the one indicated as Asphalt New. Once selected, the program will tell us to select the second category. In this case, we selected Elevated Highway. Clicking on the image will display a menu from which we can choose the different type of module to use. For the purpose of this example, I start by selecting this module, Exit 03. Once chosen, we can decide if we want to append to be done on the center of the board or on the 3D cursor. After our decisions, we click on the Append button to add the module to our scene. With the module successfully added, we proceed to select another different module to start composing the scene. I click on the image, select the one I need and press Append. Each module is made up of multiple objects related to each other, and these are parent to the base that looks like 4 arrows. By moving the base, we can move the entire module. With this new element on the scene, I have to start putting the pieces together. To do this, I select from the outliner the root of the new module. With the R key, I rotate over the Z-axis 180 degrees. Selecting the concrete structure and entering in the Modifier tab, we can modify the value of the array, alternating the length of the module. This will affect the different objects that made the module. This is achieved with drivers. The arrays that appear in purple should not be modified, only the gray ones. I will proceed to select and append a new module for the other side of the exit section. I repeat the process. In this case, I select a section with 2 lanes per side. I select again the root of the object of the new module and move it 135 meters on the x-axis. If we are not sure to the distance to move, we can make use of the snap tool to facilitate the task. Once again, I select the concrete structure and modify the length of the array modifier. This will extend the length of the structure as well as the length of the pavement. Lastly, I need to create the lanes for the exit. To do this, I will place the 3D cursor over the middle of the asphalt of one of the exits. Selecting the asphalt and entering in edit mode, I select the vertex of the center. Then, I press Shift plus S and choose Cursor to select. I exit to Object mode. I add the corresponding section, in this case, 2 lanes and 1 single hand of circulation. I choose the option to cursor and then I click on Append button. I select the root of the object and rotate it 17.5 degrees about the Z-axis. I extend its path with the array modifier on the structure. To control its shape, I am going to add a path type curve. I rotate it 17.5 degrees in the corresponding direction. In edit mode, I move it 2 meters on the local x-axis, and then I scale it to the proper dimension. In object mode, I select all the elements of the module, leaving one of them as inactive. In the modifier tab, I look for the curve type modifier, the one that is currently empty. I select the new curve that we created. To apply it to all select elements, I will right click on the box and then copy to select. Now I can move the curve and the section will follow its shape. Try to not modify the first and second node. I recommend modifying its shape from the top view first and then modify its shape if you require it. In the Curve Attributes tab, I recommend using the Setup option for the twist method. This will even out the road surface. You can use the Tilt option on the right tab if you want to modify the angle of the road. The columns on the highway will not perfect vertical when you add a slope to the section. To solve this problem, the easy way is to enter in edit mode and select the column. To separate it as an independent object, you need to press the P key and choose Selection. Selecting the columns in object mode, you can delete the array and curve modifier. Using the snap tool, you need to select face and active. With Alt plus D, you can duplicate the columns and positioning them on the corresponding structure. I recommend carrying out this procedure once the section has been completed to avoid repeating the process. Keep in mind that this is only for those situations where the height of some part of the section varies and where the columns are seen in the scene. Now all that remains is to repeat the process and continue building the highway. I hope this has helped you. To get more tutorials you can subscribe and like the video. For more information you can join our Discord community.